about the Devil Spear from Mike Iaconelli. And you know what? I'm going to stand aside. No better man than himself to talk about his bait. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
It's fun, man. I mean, this whole HAVOC line, you know, the whole concept from the very beginning was to get the pros together and design products from the ground up. You know, it's rare when that happens, but they let us do that. And conceptually, one of my first ideas was to create a bait that could be flipped and pitched in a heavy cover that would have tail movement. You know, so if you look at the body of this bait, it's thin, it's narrow, and it's got no appendages on it, nothing to hang up in the cover. And we wanted to create a tail that had tail movement. So if you look at the tail, and it has these series of ridges, those ridges are actually going to help the water catch and make tail movement. So it's a great bait to put a big weight on, to pitch it and flip it. But an interesting thing happened, which is when we released it to the public, we started figuring out that there's more ways than one to use the Devil Spear. You know, guys were writing in and saying, man, we're using it as a drop shot. Guys were writing in and saying, we're using it as a Carolina rig. We're using it as a trailer on the jig. But one of the best ways that we found, besides flipping and pitching, is to rig this thing as a swim bait. And so we're taking a keel weighted hook, okay? So a hook with some weight on the keel or the belly of the hook, like a 4 or 5/0. We designed this to hold a 5/0, and we're rigging it Texas style, but instead of rigging it flat, we're rigging it sideways. So look at this as I've rigged this Texas style, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Is when you do that, you get a bait fish profile, right? So now not only do you have this action, but you have a bait that has the body, the shape of a bait fish. It could be a shad, it could be a goby, it could be a little brim, it could be a minnow. And when we rig it sideways, one other little trick is we're going to get a scissors and we're going to split that tail down the middle or make 2 forks. When we get that bait and we reel this in, you're going to see an incredible tail movement on the reel, and then on the pause, you're going to see a fall that shakes and shimmies on the fall. So the bottom line on this Devil Spear, I want you to get one, I want you to try it. However you like to fish, if you flip, pitch, Carolina rig, drop shot, or if you like to fish swim baits, try this thing and hold on, because you're going to see action that you've never seen before.